What is up, party people? It's your girl, Jen. I am so excited to be with you this week. I have some thoughts and I want to talk about it with you. Shall we? Okay. So I can remember being interviewed years ago for some podcast, an article, a magazine, something. And one of the things that they asked me was, and this was completely on the fly, which was, what's a quote of yours that you love? And I said, without even thinking, it just came right up. I was like, done is better than perfect. And I didn't get a chance to explain. I didn't get a chance to really dig into it because the other person I was speaking with said, oh my gosh, that is what every woman is saying right now. That is incredible. It's so wild. And I said, I think it's an interesting point because so many, I think women especially, have this resistance, like, who am I to do that? This imposter syndrome, or all of these different things that keep us from taking the leap, making, the effort, taking action of some sort. And we get stuck in this inactive period of letting fear just squeeze the life out of us, right? And so the idea done is better than perfect is a helpful reminder or reframe, if you will, for those moments when perfection kind of pops up and tells you, you can't put this out there, that this doesn't look right, or that doesn't sound right, or, oh, what if somebody sees through this? And all of those what ifs that keep people from taking action. The mantra done is better than perfect is a great place to start. And this is where I didn't talk to that woman, that interviewer, about what I really mean by to start, because it's an incredible tool. It has helped me many times, take things that I had just had in my mind, in my brain place, out into the world. There's things that exist now because I really felt into that and believed it and bought into it. Now, what I've seen is this complacency with that mantra, or this clinging and grasping to it, this idea that it's the end all be all. And I can be in complete approval of myself because it's not about perfection. It's not about perfection. Perfection isn't real. It doesn't exist, but done is better than trying to get there. So I'm just going to get something done. And I could tell you so many stories of things that I've experienced either as an employee of some place where, that was embraced in the name of being nimble, or in the name of saving money, or in the name of, just not caring about quality. That just wasn't one of their values. I've also seen it from people that I have hired that, again, value different things. For example, quality not being a value would lead to an experience for a customer looking different from one person to the next, to the next, to the next. It would also look like a client being really confused and disappointed because they were going into it thinking it was going to look, feel, be experienced in this one way, but then it wasn't. And I think it's important to recognize that I'm not here to try and shame anybody about what they've put out into the world. I think it's so incredible and powerful and exciting to see people's ideas be birthed and to see things that nobody could have dreamt up except for that person to now exist. I do think done is better than perfect as a mantra is a great starting mantra, but it is not what we should be like lassoing our dreams and ambitions and like desires for our businesses to. Not in the long run, not for the long haul. Like, what that does is create inconsistency. It creates poor quality, and you're not going to get the like raving fans that are going to share about their experience working with you in a positive way to everybody that they know that needs what you have. I have seen that happen countless times. I can't even begin to tell you. And I'm not saying that everybody needs to value quality, but for those of you who do, and you're still clinging to this idea of, I'm just focusing on getting stuff out there. There are coaches that have, and I'm not saying you're a coach, you could be offering any old thing. You could be a service provider that, designs shoes for the elderly. I don't know what you do. There's so many different things that are amazing out there. You could be a copywriter for a local, mom and pop restaurant chains. Like, that might be your shtick. You love writing about food. I don't know what you do. My point is, at some point in your business's, journey, this is climbing the ladder. That's the sound it makes when you climb the ladder. Anyway, you have to say thank you to that mantra. Say, thank you so much. You can even put on like your seductive, sultry bedroom voice and say, thank you so much. I really, really appreciated everything you did for me. And then you can let it go. You can say, bye-bye. I appreciate you. And I'll pick you up from time to time when I want to do something new, when I'm trying something new, when I'm starting something new, when I'm creating something new. But once you've birthed the thing, done is better than perfect has done its job. So let me see if I can give you a good example. Oh, let's see. I can think of, in my own, career, there was, I don't know how many different resumes that I've created over the course of my life. And I used to save them all, and I could look back and be like, oh my gosh, look at how far I've gone. Like, not just in like my career, but even in the design of the document. Things are meant to evolve, trees, plants, the earth, everything changes because everything's being impacted by everything else. You are not meant to go it alone. You are not meant to live in this like warped world of solopreneurship where all you do is everything. You are not meant to go it alone. Solopreneurship doesn't have to mean it's just you. Okay? I think that bears repeating. Solopreneurship doesn't mean you have to go it alone and you are a one-woman show. You can outsource things. You can let go of certain things and empower someone else to pick up that area that doesn't excite you. And by Jove, guess what? It probably excites them if you hire the right people anyway. And by hire, I also mean source independent contractors and freelancers, because obviously. Thinking about the next phase, like phase one, just getting it out there, birthing is the done is better than perfect. But it's not meant to be clung to for everything. You need to move over into the space of quality and the customer experience mattering. Not because it matters to you, not because maybe you could give two shits about it. Maybe you're just like, you know what? I don't care what happens, how it happens, as long as I get what I'm supposed to be getting at the end of the day. But this isn't about you. It's about them. It's being in service to them. in service to them. So this is a good opportunity for you to check in with yourself and say, how much of what I am doing is really in service to me? And how much of it is in service to my audience, to my people, to the people that are in my sphere that really need me to step up to serve them better, to serve them more completely, more fully, more compassionately, more thoroughly. Because that is how you get repeat business. That is how you attract amazing fucking clients. That is how you get brand ambassador after brand ambassador. So you don't have to be spending $5,000 on an ad campaign. You have an extended sales force who's going out and talking about your stuff organically because you are doing just what you're meant to be doing. You've let go of everything else. You only utilize done is better than perfect when appropriate. And the rest of the time, you iterate, you evolve, you grow, you change it, you make it better. Because you're worth it, and so are they. Tell me in the comments below, have you ever experienced either, in one direction or another, a less than amazing experience as a customer or a client because they may have embraced done is better than perfect? You being a service provider or not, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a business owner to answer this question. I think it bears repeating that this does not have to be if you are a business owner. Certainly I'm talking to you guys, but absolutely share in the comments. Tell me a story. What have you experienced that shows to you that maybe quality wasn't a value? Drop it in the comments. Let's chat. See you next week.